It is time for our Tech Talk with Mohit Rajans tonight. Mohit, this week Meta announced it was laying off 11,000 people. You've said that social media platforms like Facebook and Instagram are struggling to keep up with TikTok. Why is that, and would that be part of the reason for Meta's layoffs?
Well, Meta has a whole bunch of things happening at the same time that could be contributing to this massive layoff. This is the first time in originally Facebook, now Meta's history, where they've had any sort of restructuring of this size. And it's a telltale sign of what's happening across social media platforms around the world. Now, the bigger problem that we've seen specifically with Meta is the fact that they really went all in on this new aspect of VR and the metaverse. Now, on one hand, they co-opted the whole thing. You know, they came in with the bulldozer in social media and they said, we're going to build this new place where everybody is going to inhabit in this new metaverse. And the truth of the matter is virtual reality has been around for a very long time, and people have been playing in various forms of the metaverse for years prior to Zuckerberg. So that has been a miserable failure right now in terms of the money that he's invested so far in the project and the outcome and the potential. Look, the technology just isn't there yet. And we're not at a place where something like the metaverse and what he was investing in technology-wise and money-wise was going to pay out in any form. And the second thing, Nicole, we can't forget is that advertising, right? The biggest thing that Facebook had for it was for the longest time that, you know, people advertised on the platform and they used it because they got user information and they could sell products. Well, with a lot of the clampdowns in various countries and the ways that they're not able to track information anymore and the ways that certain generations are popping off, the advertisers are going as well.
And I do want to talk more about TikTok because musicians are increasingly using that platform to promote their music. We saw it with Sam Smith's song Unholy, Taylor Swift's newest album, Midnight's all over TikTok, and now with Drake's latest release. How are they using TikTok to their advantage, and why is it working so well for them?
Well, TikTok's secret formula for success with reaching new audiences is really the talk of the year. And I believe that the biggest thing for artists right now is that you can't avoid the platform when it comes down to promoting new music. It is single-handedly very important when it comes down to the search and discovery of it, but it also is the streets, as they say. It's the validation point for a lot of pop culture. But the trick about it is, for the longest time, big artists used to go to social media platforms based on whatever was popular at the time of the music release. And that's what we see with people like Taylor Swift. And that's what we've seen as of late. But what Drake does, very interestingly, is that he follows the data. And if you look at the way that he walks through his various iterations on social media, he really does stay himself. He becomes the person that that platform needs, but it's his version of Drake. And so a case in point is what he did with Spotify. Spotify originally didn't factor in to as much of the zeitgeist when it came down to music before Drake started breaking streaming records. And then all of a sudden it became a very important thing to talk about when it came down to social media and connecting the artist. So I think that there's this magical formula that Drake is able to do. He's able to market his products when it comes down to when he's going to release things on places like TikTok, but he also doesn't ever affiliate with one social media company.
That's Mohit Rajans. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, Mohit.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.